Welcome to 40 Below Zero, an international podcast about life with invisible illnesses, hosted by two guys living with multiple sclerosis. Coming to you from the Keystone State of Pennsylvania, I'm your co-host Nix, and with me on this ride is Terry, a Londoner who calls Ontario home. We're so happy you're here with us as we continue to try and normalize a life that is anything but. So let's get into it. What's up, Warriors? Welcome back to the show. Glad that you're here with us again. Terry, it's getting comfortable out now. My fatigue is dropping. How about you?
Yeah, me too. Me
Yeah,
too. Remember I told you last episode I was like fatiguing out, but I'm okay now.
yeah,
I feel a lot of energy coming back.
good. Glad to hear that because
hmm
I'm waiting till winter because once winter happens, then I don't have to worry so much about fatigue. Then it's more about stiffness and not being able to walk because it's too cold. So from one to the other.
So just to clarify, you did say winter?
Yes, winter.
Okay.
You always picking on me.
But anyway,
We have a very special guest with us this week. Terry, why don't you tell us a little bit about him?
cool. Let me do this introduction. You know me and my introductions.
I do.
So Alex, a seasoned disability advocate. I say seasoned because he's seasoned disability advocate. He's an author, he's a media entrepreneur from Winnipegosis, Winnipegosis,
Yeah.
Manitoba, Canada. Thanks for. I'm like, I don't want to mess that up, man. He lives with cerebral palsy. He uses a power chair for mobility. I hate saying that because who cares if he uses a power wheelchair? I just want people to get in case they're listening to this with just audio, I just want them to know that he's in a power chair. What else can I say? This guy has served 2 terms. Let me clear my throat. Alex has served 2 terms as an adult ambassador for Manitoba Possible, and he currently sits on their board of directors. Now, if you don't know what Manitoba Possible is, it's a nonprofit organization that provides a wide range of services to Manitobans with disabilities, their families, and of course, their communities. So, dude, I'm so happy he's here. First of all, no goal is unattainable to this guy. Okay, he spent his life proving it, from rappelling 272 feet down from Manitoba Hydro Building, which is crazy because I would never do that, to founding his own media company. Dude, he's determined. Like the media company he has a series that's out that's called "Can I Come In?"
Oh, we're
I
going to
love
talk
that
about
name,
that.
man.
Yeah.
So, and not even that, man. He has so much more. He's a video coach for an under 18 AAA Parkland Rangers hockey club. Wow, I'm
Yeah.
about to get some hate mail. And yeah, dude, I'm so thrilled that you're here with us today. You know, as an individual that lives with multiple sclerosis, as individuals, Nick and I, we truly understand that you understand the importance of resilience and advocacy. So, dude, thank you so much for being here today.
Well, thank you both for having me. It's an honor to be here. I love your guys' work, and we're gonna have a good time today.
Yes, we are.
Definitely.
First thing I want to know about, how was it? I know we're kind of out of order a little bit, but tell me about how do we come to rappel down a hydro building?
Well, that's quite the story. The way it was a fundraiser for Manitoba Possible, and the way it was is the people that rappel down the building, they, um, they get pledges from people, and it raises money for the organization. So, me being an ambassador for them, they asked me if I would do it. I was like, oh yeah, no problem. Well, I guess I like to think, oh, I can do anything. Well, that morning, I remember I got up, I brushed my teeth, I go down to the hydro building, and I look up, and all I thought to myself was, holy fuck,
Yeah.
what they get myself into? And I look up, and the building is very high, and I thought, well, what's the worst that can happen? So yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
What's the worst thing that can happen? Are you serious?
Yeah, well, I can't walk anywhere. My voice is screwed up. So I thought I can't get much worse than this.
That's not right, bro. Yo,
That's terrible.
I love his hat. Toronto. I don't know.
Yeah,
And I
there
saw
you go.
in your mini series too. In the beginning, I see the van and I see the Leaf sticker on there. I didn't see the J sticker. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, I'm a big Leaf fan, a big Jays fan.
one day when you come down here, we're definitely going to a Jays game or a Leafs game for sure.
Oh, I can't wait. That'd be awesome.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
D-
So anyway, back to high school. I remember they took me up in the elevator, and the
Mhm.
elevator was going up and up, and I think, oh man. So then I get out to the roof, and it's windy, and they had to transfer me from my power to a manual wheelchair. So they did that, and then they hooked me up with all these bungee cords and all this stuff. Then they asked me, "So, are you ready?" And I said, "Well, here goes nothing." So
Oh.
then they put me over the edge and onto this little tiny ledge, and I went down with another person, thank God, and all the way down, I was just saying, "Holy motherfucker, holy motherfucker," and then, and then once I got about halfway down, I was okay, but it was crazy.
I bet. And that's exactly what I would be saying too.
Do you
Yeah,
have any?
well, it was good because that day we raised about $70,000 for Manitoba Hospitals. It was a great time. It was well worth it.
Yeah, I bet $70,000. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Stupid question. When you rappelled down the building, were you by yourself?
No, I had somebody with me. It was a trained professional. So
Okay.
I felt a lot better having him with me.
Yeah, that's not the kind of thing you do alone on the first shot.
No, I mean, I'll try anything once, but not that.
I was honestly, that's what I was saying when I heard that you did it. Not even being on the elevator. I would probably be cursing on the elevator ride up.
Yeah. Well, I had lots of butterflies in my stomach, that's for sure.
So I know how high 272 feet is because I'm a drone user, and my drone you're not
Okay.
allowed to go past. Is it 400 feet? So I always hit to the max, and I always look down, and I know how high that is.
Yeah.
I can't 272, man. That's crazy.
It was me and the birds.
It's unbelievable. And I imagine that this is part of your overall role as an ambassador.
Yeah,
Um,
it was my role as the ambassador was just talking about Manitoba possible and everything they do for people. And for me, without them, I'd be nowhere near where I am today. They helped me since I was about 9 years old, and they helped me with equipment and going to college, and all my powers is I get from them free of charge. So
oh,
and
that's
and
fantastic.
yeah, it's wonderful. And different types of speech devices. And my role as ambassador was to just highlight everything they do because, in today's society, if you don't have a disability, you don't really pay attention to people that have disabilities. It's not so bad now, but I know when I was growing up, it's almost like if you had a disability, you didn't exist, only in the disabled world. And my goal and my role is to show people that I may have a disability, I may sound different than you, I may look different than you, but you know what? I'm still a human being. I still have emotions. I still have rights. And it's my goal to just live life the best way I can. And because of my possible, I can do that.
This introduction that I gave him earlier, it's so hard to because I have so much to say about him. I've watched so many of your videos, man. Just so you know, and you said one thing where you'd rather rather I carve out a relationship with cerebral palsy to see how we can work together for the greatest success. We say that all the time that MS is like you're in a relationship with MS. So the fact that you're owning up to that, that's really cool that you say that. And there's so much more that I can say. I'm sure it'll come out as we talk right now.
Yeah, thank you for that. Because when I was younger, I wanted to hide my disability. I didn't want people to see me in a power trap. I didn't want people to hear my funny speech impairment. If my heart was a little bit crooked, or my balance was a little bit off, or my head was to the side, I was embarrassed. And I would go to school and I would have a small group of friends and I would just keep to myself and I would go home and, just hang out with my family because that was my safe place. But it wasn't until my early, I was in my late 20s and my early 30s when I had my best friend came into my life and told me that, you know, who cares if you did it? It's who you are. Embrace it. Don't hide. And ever since that day, it taught me to highlight myself. And not just myself. I like to talk about myself, but I talk about us as a community because all of the disabled people, you know, we're all the same, but we're all different. And what I
Mm-hmm.
mean by that is, well, I have cerebral palsy. Okay. Well, I know about 20 or 30 people that have CP. You know what? We all have different kinds. I have my own. My friends have their own. Some of my friends can walk. Some can't. Some don't talk at all, and some do. So I want people who who don't have a disability to know that if you know someone that has a disability, no matter what it is, physical, intellectual, they're all they're all unique to their own situation. So take the time to get to know them for who they really are.
Oh, it's so true. It's absolutely, man. You said so many things that just connect with so much of what we deal with as MSers. Is just
Well,
we all have different types. We all are individual people, and I think one of the other big components is, and I'm sure you've dealt with this, is that the physical disability has nothing to do with intelligence. You can be a very smart person. You just can't
that,
control your body.
that I'm so happy to hear that because it's been a battle of mine for 20 years now. And what I mean by that is because when I was younger, I had to take an IQ test. And because I took the IQ test and I scored so high on it, I was only allowed a little bit of help in school at
Hmm.
a time. Even though I need help with every physical aspect of life. I need help eating, getting dressed, going to the washroom, taking my clothes on and off, my jacket, whatever you do, I need help. And because my IQ was too high on paper, they thought, oh, he's okay. So me and my parents had to fight very hard for me to get a teacher's assistant with me all day to go. And if I didn't, then I would have been on my own. And there's no way heck I would have graduated school.
Mm.
So and that's a very good point. And I thought once I was done school that all my problems with me being too smart would be over. But unfortunately, I was wrong. And
Mm.
today, I'm still fighting because of my high IQ, I only get 12 hours of home care per day. Now,
Mm.
I live on my own. I have my own apartment, but I only have 12 hours of help per day, and the rest of the time, I'm on my own. So, in that 12 hours, I have to do everything you do in 24-hour days. Just, I have the time. So, it's very difficult.
Dude, I live on my own. I'm in a wheelchair and it's really difficult. I get help and I really feel bad for help. So man, good on you for, and I bet you people wouldn't believe that you lived on your own. That's how cool it is. I I I have to give credit to your best friend. She is so cool. I was hoping that not hoping. I mean, I thought maybe we'd meet her and just give her credit because you give her a lot of credit. So Karen, you're awesome.
Oh, well, you see, I'll make sure I pass on the message.
Okay. And you've said stuff in videos that I've learned so much about, man. Like,
Oh, thank you.
no, I'm serious. Like, it's stuff that I'm like, first of all, your head, you have to position it in a certain way for you to try to speak more clearly. And
Yeah.
and I learned this stuff, and like how you have to straight. I don't want to start sounding silly here, but you have to
Oh,
straight.
go ahead, man. Go ahead.
And people don't realize that it's, dude, it's a lot of effort. And I understand you, man, and I get it that there are times when people have to say, can you repeat yourself? And you hate it when they talk to your caregivers, as we all do, man. I
Mm.
can't even stand that. And when I was listening to this where when they talk to your caseworker or caregiver,
Yeah, caregiver. Yeah,
dude, what an insult that is. And they bypass you and go straight to them. And
yeah. It's not as bad as it used to be, but it still is very bad. Say I go to if I go to a restaurant or something,
yeah.
sometimes the waiter, the waitress or waiter asks the worker, "Well, what does he want?" And I said, "Well, I can make them more order, thank you." And if I go to Walmart, sometimes the workers they don't talk to me, they talk to my worker, and it's always about. But instead of getting mad about it, I take it upon myself to work harder to show people who I am and don't give up. And everything will work out in the end.
Hmm. Patience.
Yeah,
Everybody needs to have patience.
yeah, and honestly, guys, it's been over the past couple of years where I really learned patience because before this time, like 2 years ago, I fell and I broke both of my legs, and it was a very hard time for me. But
Mm.
in that time, when I broke my legs, they took me to the hospital, and I realized the doctors told me I had crazy high blood pressure, I was overweight, I was dehydrated, and I had two blood clots in my lungs. So
Mm.
it was a very scary time for me. up until that point, I had the attitude like, oh, I'm bulletproof. I'm Alex. I'm some. I'm someone of a celebrity local in my local area. You know,
Hmm.
nothing can stop me. You know, and when I was in the hospital and I got all that bad news, it really put my life into perspective. And it really showed me that yeah, I need pain. I need pain, and if something doesn't go my way, good. Then I make my own path and keep on doing and just work hard. And before my accident, I'll be honest, I don't hold nothing back. I used to get mad at everything. Something didn't go my way. I why is the life so hard? But it was in the hospital where I could have had, wow, I could have had a moment with, no, I don't want to get religious 'cause I'm not
You can
really
get
like that.
religious. It's fine.
But it was like I come and did these the moment where it's like, smarten up, you're here to help people, so just calm down. So ever since then, I've been a new person. I'm a new person.
Everyone has the right to live the way they want to,
Hmm.
like you said, and that really
And
hit home.
sometimes, well, I can say that it was very early on in my diagnosis again that I was in a hospital bed questioning everything, and that's where, and also not to get too religious, where I gained perspective,
Yeah,
and that kind of the similar thing. So there's yet another instance where regardless of disability, we're similar, where we both have these moments where we say, is what am I doing, and how can I help not only myself but other people like me.
yeah, it does. Like up until a couple years ago, I used to, I used to love to play for me. I'm in a wheelchair. Life is hard. I need help with everything. Oh, look at me, give me all the attention. And I was like, oh, because I'm disabled, people have to give me attention. And they did up until a certain point. But then, like I said, I thought, well, I'm capable of someone more. And like I said, because of Karen, she showed me that I don't have to be someone I'm not. And now I want a new path.
Excellent. That's a hell of a friend.
Yeah, it is. And I'll be honest, I, like before she came into my life, I used to turn to alcohol quite often, and it wasn't it wasn't good. I used to like to party a lot, and hang out with people that weren't necessarily the best people. And
Hmm.
I used to think, oh, look at me, I have all these friends. Every weekend, everybody wants to come over to my house. We drink booze, we smoke a little weed. Life is good.
Hmm.
And, it was up until that point where I stopped the weed. I stopped drinking on a regular basis. And you know what happened?
What?
All my friends disappeared.
How about that?
Eh, Except for a very slim few. But the majority of them, they all went away. And then it dawned on me that all they were using me for was a place to hang out.
Yep.
And so that was another wake up call. And I'm very happy it happened.
I
Yeah.
I feel like, when it's not convenient for someone anymore, they're done. It's always about convenience. That's what I always talk about.
Yeah,
So,
you know me, Like, and when I was in that stage,
Yeah.
I didn't have much going on. But I was always home. I always had food here. You know, when people come over,
Mm-hmm.
they would tell me, "Oh, I want to hang out with you. You're such a cool guy." And I was young and naive, so I thought, "Oh, look at me, I'm Mr. Buzz." But all I was just helping them with their needs and wants. But
Yep.
everything happens for a reason. So yeah.
That's very true.
You know me, I'm all over the place, so I'm probably gonna go all over the place. First thing I want to say is, what's your dog's name? It's a service dog, right? Because that's a
Yeah,
cute lab.
actually, she passed away. She passed away 2 years ago, and her name is Fanta. Fanta.
Fanta, Fanta.
Yeah, and she was awesome. She she helped me so much. And she helped me open doors.
I saw.
Helped me get dressed in the way. Anything I needed, she was there.
I had a dog that passed away about 3 years ago. So so I feel it. And we everybody has a best friend that's not with them anymore. I'm sorry to mention that, man. I feel like such an asshole.
Oh no, but it happened. I'm very happy to talk about it because I want her memory to live on.
Yeah,
And
man.
also, if you don't mind, I love to give a
Dude.
shout out to the Lions Club of Canada because they were the ones that provided me with Vanda. And
Okay.
it was an awesome program. The way it was is first you fill out an application of why you need a service dog. And then the people come out to your home and then they see how a service dog will help you. And then they put you on the list. And then when the dog is ready for you, they contact you. And then you fly down to Oakville, Ontario.
Yeah.
And it's a 3 week program. And while in the program, they provide you and your attendant with all the meals, food, transportation, room and board, and then you train with the dog for 3 weeks. And it's an amazing program. And also, the most amazing thing about it is it's free of charge. There's no charge for the program, there's no charge for the dog. So
Mm.
I'm very thankful to the Lions Club.
So when you knew you were gonna get Fanta, how long did it take? I'm just curious. Like when they said, "Oh, you should get yourself a service dog or whatever you want to call the dog," but how long until you actually got Fanta? Was it like a 2 year thing or a
It,
6 month,
it was a long time. It was about a 3 year process.
three
Because
years?
once they come out to my house and see my needs, then if they don't have a dog ready for me at that time, then I have to wait for one to be born, and then they have
Okay.
to wait and see if it's good for me. So it's a very long process, but it's so worth the wait.
No,
Oh,
no doubt.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Could you see? We're just going sideways here. Could you pick a dog, or did they just say we have a dog for you? Do they say we have a lab, we have a retriever, or they just say we got a dog that's
Well, that's an awesome question, man. When I was going to school, I was matched up with a different dog, about a week. And he was a great dog. We weren't compatible.
Mm.
It was working, but not quite the way that we wanted to. So they matched me up with a different dog, and that's why I got Fanta.
okay?
And
Mm.
she was just awesome.
Yeah, and that's
Good,
the thing. That's
good
the thing
question,
that
Terry.
yeah, it is. That you don't hear. That's the part of it that you don't hear too often, is that just because they have a dog for you doesn't mean it's the right dog. Like you have to vibe together, you have to be companions. Otherwise, it's not a good fit.
Yeah,
So,
it's like having a girlfriend, boyfriend, a wife,
mhm.
or husband. If you're not compatible, it's not gonna work.
Very
Totally get
true.
that.
Very true.
Yeah,
And just so you know, Nick, this guy also has education under his belt, business administration and applied counseling certificates.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm not surprised. As soon as he said high IQ was getting in the way of
Yeah,
things.
yeah,
yeah. I love having a high IQ, but
yeah.
yeah, it has downfall, but I know it is not. I keep going.
Hmm. Now, I'm sure being involved at such a young age, it was a very tell me about when it came time to be an ambassador. How did that decision come around?
Well, this CEO of Mental Possible came and asked me if I would want to be an ambassador because they were so happy with what I do and everything I've done for Mental Possible in the past. And they asked me if I would be interested. So I said, yeah, sure, no problem. So if it was the application, I was lucky enough to get 2 years out of it in 2 terms. So it was awesome.
Yeah, it's always nice when you can be involved and feel like you're making a difference in the
Yeah,
community that you live in. So I
yeah,
totally
and
understand that.
it's awesome because where I come from, Winter goes it's amazing all the time. It's like a town, it's just over 500 people. 500 people.
That
And
is
we don't
small.
have much here. So it's nice to know that even though it's a small town with not much, I'm still getting my voice out there through social media, through podcasts, and being an ambassador. I'm truly thankful because it really put me on the map, and I'll never forget that.
Hmm.
As I said before, man, that he owns his own media company. It's called willpowermedia.ca.
Nice.
That's really cool, man. And if you see this social media series that he came out with, that now he's in season 3,
Yeah,
they're
Was
not
that
that long. They're only like 5 minutes long, and it shows you him going and testing out different grocery stores. And I love it. He always starts the same way, he always ends the same way. Either it's a fail or it's pretty funny. It's entertaining for real.
yeah, yeah. Because so many times I go into a business and the automatic door button was someone when I was at the good reason. And then if I was going to the washroom, well, it was a wheelchair accessible, but there's no room for me, my helper, my partner, and I need lots of room. And there were so many times I could go into a public washroom that was so called wheelchair accessible, and I couldn't close the door, and it was just a disaster. So
I saw.
me and Ken were sitting around one day, no pun intended, and and then I decided, I love to watch YouTube and I thought, well, I can be on YouTube. So we came up with a meeting. Can I come in?
Love
It's
it.
going pretty good.
Y- Are you gonna bring guests on the show? When you come to Toronto, could I be on the show once just to make an appearance?
I guarantee if we ever come on that way, I will let you know. We'll do a couple episodes there.
Me before Nick, okay? Just to make sure we're on that.
All
well,
right.
it's a little easier to get to Terry than it is me.
Whatever. um,
Hey, hey, you guys, Nick, you know, Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, just around Philly. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm really looking forward to, so November 5th should be interesting.
Hmm. It should.
That's cool. He just so you know, another guest that has a lot of presence on CBC radio. You're on CBC 14 times. Yes, I counted
Oh
14
yeah,
times
I didn't even know that.
since 10 years ago. It's pretty cool, man. And these videos you have again, so real. Like when you drop your cups, I'm swearing. You don't know, but I'm like, because I go through that. So, and I see you're so calm. I'm like, he's being calm because he's on camera. Is he always calm? Do you
No,
lose your
I
shit?
know you got. I do have my days just like everybody else. But I find if I get mad, it doesn't do me any good. It's better to stay calm and just find a way to find a solution rather than get all mad for nothing. 'Cause if I get mad, it doesn't fix my problem. All it does
Hmm.
is make me tired, and I get tired easily enough.
You don't need any help.
No, no,
Yeah, that's uh
yeah,
Terry. You counted, Terry? You're like stalking
Dude,
14 times.
dude, whatever, bro. I care, but he's written 2 books, but he hasn't published them yet. I know my stuff, bro. I just don't.
No,
I'm
you have
all
to
over the
research.
place, so I go here to there to here.
no, I've been doing my best to get my 2 books was one book is about my life and all my ups and downs, and
Hmm.
I've been working on it for oh great few number of years, and I have it ready to go, but no publisher wants to take it on yet, which is
Yeah.
fine. And my
Yeah.
other book I wrote is about hockey and all the stuff I know about hockey because I find nowadays with all these new parents when they put their kid into hockey, no offense to them, but they don't know much about the game. So I wrote a book about the game, and one day I hope to get it published. And I call it hockey, hockey for mummies. And, yeah,
Yeah, getting published is not easy. It should be easier, but it's just not.
no, it's not. And I wrote and done a self-publishing way, and that's okay. It costs so much money,
It
and I
does.
don't have much money, so we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, somebody will pick it up.
Yeah, it is a lot of money. I've invested into that a couple of times,
Oh,
and
have you?
yeah, my wife has published a few books.
Oh,
Um,
awesome. Good for her.
Thank you, and it's not easy. And she self-published a couple of them, and it is a lot of money up front. So I wish
Yeah,
you good luck on that one because it's frustrating.
yeah. Thank you very much.
Alex, I was seeing that you started when you were 28, really being an advocate. Is that right, or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
I was in my late 20s.
And now you're 38, unless since you wrote that to me, you're there. By the way, thank you so much for your bio when you sent me that bio on email. Even though I do my research, but I loved it. It helped me out so much. And
Oh, no problem, man. Yeah,
yeah,
I just like, I know when I talk to people, I just like to have a little background. So I,
Mhm.
I send it out to lots of people.
yeah, that's perfect actually. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
and everything. Yeah, I'm so 38. I'll be 39 on November 2nd.
dude, we need to stay in touch. I know we haven't talked behind the scenes. We're new to meeting each other, but you wearing that hat, we're already best friends. Sorry, Karen. Bye. Just joking.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
All
no,
it
for
takes is
sure.
the right hat.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll get a flyers hat. I mean, I'll be
And
friends
you'll have the
with
right team. Come
everybody.
on.
Maybe we'll meet each other before I get to meet Nick.
Listen,
So,
I don't know much about hockey. I can admit it's not the sport that I watch often, but I do know that my favorite team has always been the Flyers. So
Yeah,
that's
there you
all.
go.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah. Do you watch baseball?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in the World Series right now. I watch it, but the Phillies, they kind of fell short this year, so
Yeah. Well, hey, at least they made the playoffs.
they
The
did.
Jays haven't even made the playoffs. So,
As long as they keep making it to the postseason, I'll be happy.
yeah, exactly. I just hope the Blue Jays can win a game.
Thank you.
Do you so you watched the Blue Jays, I'm sure, for the last 10 years?
Oh, yeah, maybe longer than that. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Not now, and I'm putting myself on the spot right now, but not now because I look a little different than I did 10 years ago with this beard and all that stuff. But there was a point when people used to be like, "Hey, you look like Bautista," and no, I don't. Don't. It's maybe it's because of the big nose and the hair, but a
And
lot of people
now
used to be
I
like,
get to,
"You
I
could
get
see it.
to
Get out of
this.
here."
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying,
When
but
I
hey,
went to
at least people don't tell you you look like Stephen Hawking. They told me I look like.
that's, are you
I'm
serious?
sorry.
Oh,
That's,
yeah.
dude, how much fun does Karen, does
I'm
she,
broken.
whoever's next to you, do they lose their shit, or do they like, I bruh,
Oh, they do, yeah. I guarantee you by now, but I have lots of different people that know me. People have quite a bit.
that's so bad, man. This world
Yeah.
is
I was not expecting that. I mean, I should have, but I wasn't.
I mean, my IQ is high, but not that high.
Yeah, right.
yo,
That's a good
Yeah,
comparison, though.
I was gonna say, why'd you say not that high? How do we know,
yeah.
I know
Well,
Stephen Hawkins is smart,
you
but come on.
never know. I do cheer for the Maple Leafs, so it can't be that high.
Dude,
Yeah,
again, I know I'm going back to your videos, but so much awareness from your videos. Like when people talk to you, and because you have issues, we all have issues, because you have issues, people start to focus more on, okay, start staring at his mouth, what's coming out or what. And I'm like, man, when I hear that,
yeah. And so many times, if I'm talking to someone and they don't know me, I don't know them, and I finish my sentence, and there's always this 2 3 second pause, and they go, mm-hmm,
Yep.
oh yeah, and I know they have no clue what is there, and it's like I know I have a hard time talking, but please just ask me to say it again. Don't pretend because it just makes us both look stupid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's I just did it. Mm-hmm. But
no.
but I understood what you said. You're right. It's a lot less insulting to say, hang on, I didn't get that, than it is
Yeah,
to go, uh-huh, yeah, sure. And then you just ask them like, you ask them a question that has an actual choice of an answer, and they went, yeah, that sounds good.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's awful, but it's slowly it's getting better over time. Actually, if you guys have time, I have a funny story about that.
Tell us.
One time, I had to phone my salary provider, and I wanted to change my packages on my salary. So no big deal. I phone customer service, and somebody picked up the phone, and I told them what, and all of a sudden, the guy starts laughing. And I never said nothing funny. I thought, whatever, it's just being nice. And then he's like, yeah, can you hang on a second? So I said, okay. And then he put me on speakerphone, and he called a bunch of people over to the phone. And then he called me to repeat what I said. And then they all started laughing at me. And they said, oh, he's drunk. This guy's all drunk. I can't understand him. And then you know what? They hung up on me.
Hmm.
And I was like, what the hell was that? So me being me, I took it upon myself. I emailed the CEO of the company. Thankfully, that guy got fired.
Good for you. Good for you. That ain't right. That's not right on many levels.
Yeah, it was really the first time I realized that all people aren't nice, and you gotta really stand up for yourself.
Very true. And good for you. Kudos to you for self-advocating that way, like going right to the top.
Yeah, because over the years, I try to go through channels that does the basic guy and hope it does the that guy, but and now I just go right to the top because otherwise nothing will happen.
It, it's true. And you know,
Yeah.
the CEO of a company doesn't want his employees representing that company in that light. I mean,
No,
regardless from the guy's obviously a terrible human, we can put that aside, but you know, that's just
That triggered me, man. When stuff like that happens, it's
sure,
it's almost like a claustrophobic feeling because
sure.
is anything going to happen? So, what a good ending to that story. I'm sorry he got fired, but
I'm not.
kudos. Get out of here.
He deserved it.
Jesus.
yeah,
Not to be religious when I say Jesus.
yeah, I'll give it, yeah. And that's a message I'm going to share with the audience is
Okay.
if you have a disability, if you don't have a disability, if you're shy, if you're not shy, be true to yourself. Because over the years, I wasn't true to myself. I tried to hide my disability. I tried to be someone I wasn't. I've been down in the dumps. I've had the darkest of thoughts. I thought, why do I want to keep doing all this? Why do I want to go to college? Why do I want to try and write a book? Why do I want to try and become a hockey coach? Why do I want to do this? Because I'm here to show people that no matter how hard life gets, able, not able, we all have issues, but be true to yourself. And one more thing, if I may, don't be afraid to tell people you need help. And I'm not talking, some people need major help. I understand that. And that's good too. But when I say help, it could be something as simple as calling your friends and just say, hey, how's it going? Or calling your parents if you're lonely. You know, don't be afraid to just just be who you want to be. Don't let society tell you who you are. Because you're the only person that knows.
He said, if you're disabled or not disabled.
Mm-hmm.
That is a
Yeah,
I have
because
no words, man. Usually
yeah,
people will say if you're disabled, don't be as scared. But he's like he's speaking up for everybody, not just the disabled, which is really cool.
Very powerful message.
Yeah.
then because the way I see it, yeah, we're different because we're disabled. But it all comes down. Every one of us has a soul, and every one of us has different rights and different paths we can go down. And by working together, that's what we're gonna make the world a better place. It's not. I'm so sick of people saying, "Oh, you're disabled, or you go over here in the world, or you're able-bodied, or you go over here." No, let's all be one big melting pot, and the world will be a better place.
Absolutely right. And you're right. It does not matter. We all have the ability to contribute. We all deserve love, regardless of how we are navigating our way through this and what challenges we face. Alex, it's been a pleasure speaking with you this afternoon, my friend. I'm
Oh,
so happy that you're sharing our story with us.
it's been great talking to you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much for coming on. And it was a delight, man, honestly. And watching your videos, I just feel like I know you. Like,
Yeah, well, I like what you guys doing. I'm very happy with what you guys are doing because it's not easy. And today, there's so many different types of podcasts. It's a very hard thing to get into. Not to get into, but to get noticed. And you guys, you do a great job. I love your content.
bro, I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for
Thank
those.
you.
Whew. Well, Terry's going to link all of your stuff that he can in the description down below so we can continue to spread that message for you.
All right, and if I may ask, when
Yeah.
will this be posted?
Wednesday.
Okay, and it's okay for me to share on my social media.
Oh, please share
Of
it
course.
far and wide, my friend. Far and
Okay,
wide.
I just like to ask.
Oh,
my
thank you.
God. Thanks.
Terry, an amazing show today. Thanks for finding some stellar guests as always.
Thanks, buddy.
I appreciate all your behind the scenes work.
Awesome. Maybe
All
one
right,
day.
well, thank you guys, and we'll be in touch for sure.
Awesome,
Talk
for
soon, my
sure.
friend.
All
Talk
right,
to you guys
bye-bye.
soon. Bye. So check us out at 40belowzero.com. That's 4 letter T below 0.com. Or feel free to reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. Our email address is info@40belowzero.com. Our personal Instagram account are, for Nix, it's Nix_V713. Or for Terry, it's What's_MS. Awesome. Looking forward to hearing from you guys. We'll talk soon.